Good morning, everyone. Welcome to live stream session with Team Axiom. Today we have a guest. Guest in the sense like he was my colleague. Me and Sanjoy worked together for a couple of companies where I was administrating project. So let us welcome Sanjoy here at the forum. Today's agenda is to discuss how he established his data science journey. After discussions, obviously, he will be guiding you all guys as you are all are data science aspirants and you want to establish your career. So obvious his thoughts and the way the journey he did will certainly help you out to establish yourself as a successful data scientist. So welcome Sanjoy. Sanjoy, I believe to all the freshers and the data science aspirants, your suggestions, thoughts will be really helpful, and we are expecting this to all what we are planning. I'll be introducing Sanjoy firstly, and then Sanjoy will be within this stream. Sanjoy will demonstrate what are the challenges he gets, how his journey. Obviously, he will be able to explain. He will be explaining, and at the same time, he will be what challenges he get, how he resolve the challenges, what kind of challenges project he is having, and if he can demonstrate a couple of good projects, how we resolve all the outcomes and all, right? So that is what he's expecting. So near about 45 minutes sessions we are expecting from him, and hopefully you all will enjoy this live stream. So Sanjoy, as I'm already aware about you, but for kindly introduce yourself with my team and whoever may be connecting live to us.
Yeah, sure. So it's an honor to for me to join this forum, and it's been a long time meeting with you, sir. So basically, my name is Sanjay Paul, and currently, um, I have been working in this field for more than 7 years. Previously, I worked with Sushil sir on core-level ML projects, and also we have been working in close connections to various other projects as well. So to begin with me, so I started my journey on at the year 2018. So at the beginning, I was simply a backend developer. So I worked with him, and basically after 1 year, I transitioned my field to ML machine learning field. It's basically in the core level field. In, because in the machine learning we have three types of machine learnings: supervised, unsupervised, and semi-supervised. So basically, I started as a beginner to the core level fields. At that time, the GPT model was not. They were just researching on the field. Means ChatGPT was not there. So only the BERT model and the GPT model was there. As far as I remember, it was like 27 million parameters. It was going on. So based on that, I basically worked on various other classification models and regression type of models for Europe-based clients and American-based clients. And in my final year project, we also did emotional behavior detection model. So from there, I got motivation to enter into this field. But obviously, as a fresher, I don't have any start to go. So basically, I have to learn a lot in this field in a core manner. So basically, I would recommend the freshers to go deep and deep, because without going deep, you can't understand the whole scenarios or the workflows or the pipelines. So you have to go deep into the modules, any module. You say like TensorFlow, PyTorch, how they are working in the core level. Because once you get deeper and deeper, you will all obviously understand it's all stats and mathematics. AI basically depends on two things: stats and mathematics. That's it. And based on that, you build the models and you predict the models and predict the outcome based on the data. So that's the thing. We have to basically, obviously, the machine can't know, means obviously the LLMs. Let's talk about the LLMs also. Obviously, they don't know about text. They have to embed that. We have to basically embed the text into numerical form. Obviously, so only maths and stats, they are the base of AI. What we can say, the entire data science domain. So that's the thing that obviously gives me the craziness to dig into this field and to go with along with it.
Yeah, wonderful, Sanjoy. Do you still recollect what was your first interview round, and who conducted that interview, and like what was the challenges and how you overcome it?
Yes, yes, obviously. How can I forget that one? So, so basically, in a gist, I would say the interview was obviously similar to like normal interviews, general interviews that we first round was DS and the second was the technical round. So obviously, they already asked about the related. Obviously, the thing is that to get prepared into this field, obviously you have to do some projects in your role. So during the interview session, I have been choosing like three platforms like lead code. One is lead code for general coding, and kaggle for project, and github for finding any projects that are latest trends in the market. So I try to build, means like I to try to practice on that, and also try to improve the model that they have already developed. Also try to optimize that. So in that, going back to the coming back to the interview. So the interviewer asked me on something like it was like gastric ulcer detection model. So obviously I already practiced on that, and also within a half hour I just prepared that model and send it to them. And after evaluating, they just told me that I got selected. So that was the first interview for my data science journey.
Wow, wonderful, Sanjoy. Sanjoy, like one more thing before going for the project demonstration. For these data science aspirants or the freshers, can you give them the tips what to prepare, which language to be prepared, right? Because before going for the interview, obviously, as I told you, as we discussed, like the first click or the first opportunity is needed. Okay, and then because for the freshers, and then because as rightly said, no one is banking on the freshers. So to overcome that struggle time, what you recommend? Okay, what they need to be prepared, where they are good at, how to prepare for the communication, confidence, and this kind of things, tips, if you can give them.
Yes, sure. So to minimize it in a brief manner, just focus on one language that you are expert in. Obviously, Python is there. Another language is there, but as a fresher, you don't need to focus on that. Like obviously, there are Rust is there, like Golang is there, which is highly optimized. But my suggestion, means like advice will be that stick to one language and try to optimize your code, because as a beginner we always like code in, means like in a bold way, in a bhash way. No, try to minimize code and optimize, because it will improve the memory utilization. So that will improve the performance. And this if you demonstrate this in front of interviewer, obviously they will not consider you as fresher, but they will consider as like this person knows the system as well, and also he knows about the scalability of the application and also memory management. And to showcase your profile, means like data science as a fresher, try to compete in kaggle competitions, any open competitions, and also participate in the github open source modules. You can do. Kaggle is there. Obviously, it's like a holy grail for the data science forum. And Hugging Face is there. Try, obviously, you can build your own model and try to push into that, either in Hugging Face or Kaggle. Obviously, Kaggle is a repository. Hugging Face is a model repository. So in this way, you can showcase your portfolio in front of the interviewer, and this will boost your means like moral and also overall confidence. Obviously, you can showcase them in a full confidence manner if you have that such type of portfolio management, like in Hugging Face, Kaggle, or GitHub.
Okay,
That's
that's nice. That's nice. Wonderful, Sanjoy. Sanjoy, before going for the demonstrations, I just want to know that what is your day-to-day routine? How you manage the time? Because obviously, being a software developer, uh, we have a very limited time, and then work-life balances also need to be there, and then so time management. At what time you wake up? What exercise you will do, and like how you be punctual, because like late night shifts and everything's are there. So in short, to give a idea about your lifestyle and kind of schedule management and everything. So just give them the tips that okay how you
yeah.
manage the time zone. Yeah.
Obviously, the health should be the first priority. Obviously, without health, you can't perform well. Obviously, your productivity will decrease without good health. So, sleep is need. Sleep is mandatory for every person. So, as for myself, I would say, as my parents are being like defense background, so I have to wake up early in the morning, means like 5 o'clock. So after that, I basically do the backlogs. Means like I have to go through all the logs of the previous day, and basically based on that, I communicate with the client. And from 10, I start working. After 7, I do the work, and during the session, I have some meetings with the client, and based on that, what they required me to change certain things. Obviously, I do that, and after that, I after finishing the task, I just went to my home, and that's it. And certain things, obviously, there are some certain things. Obviously, in a machine learning model, the thinking is the major part. Writing code is like 1 to 2 hours work, but the thinking part, how to optimize the system, how my code like will not hamper the system. That's the thing. That is the main thing we focus on. Means coding is like a mini job. Obviously, you can just use any. Obviously, there are some various other tools are there. You can copy paste, but the thing is that they can't really means like the. Let's talk about the LLMs. They can't really means like tell you that this is the case. This code will help. Obviously, you have to debug it. Debug is necessary without it, because they are not super intelligence. AGI is not implemented into them. So obviously the thinking part is a crucial task in a machine learning project or any pipelines. Obviously, whether the thing is that in a model building purposes, obviously the thinking part is slow, means minimizing part, but the work increases in the data layer, means the data engineering part. So that's the part where you need some constant focusing, because without proper and cleaning and pre-processing data, you can't model means like pre-train a model. Obviously, it will hamper the model performance accuracy. You will lose the accuracy or evaluation metrics as well. So try to focus on the. Always try to means like clean the data as much as possible, because without clean data you can't basically means like achieve any higher accuracy models. That's the approach I.
Perfect, Sanjoy. One more thing I want to know from you. Apart from the coding, we understand now that you devoted much more time on the coding and you have an interest in the data science. Apart from that, what is your hobby? What you how you entertain yourself, or rather, apart from the coding and computers and some rest stuff, what is your hobby? What do you
Yeah,
do? Yeah.
yeah. Apart from my professional life, I basically my hobby is to means like gardening, and in the weekend I always go for tracking and watch some podcast on the new latest trends on AI and machine learning. And also, as right now I have some weekend, so I am with sir during the podcast. So I always love podcast, because in during podcast we know the latest things, and also we can share our thoughts as well to the community by contributing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And which favorite places you want to visit, and then for the tracking and all, like and bike riding also, probably you are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously. So obviously, I'm residing in Tripura. That's the northeastern state in India. So obviously, we have vast areas we can travel. Means mountainous area is there. So in the weekend, I always go for Shillong, like in Mizoram, and also northeast. I always stick with the northeast.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing you can in the mountain, because I believe that in the mountains we feel the
Yeah.
peace of mind.
Correct, correct. And we'll come to know that how small we are, and then and then like
It's like
yeah,
it's like coming out of the bottle.
correct, correct. Okay, guys, I believe you get used to with Sanjoy what his lifestyle, how you achieved the position of a data scientist, and his journey from the freshers beginner to the data scientist. I believe forum is open for you, Sanjoy. If you can you'll be on the screen and you'll be demonstrating some of the project challenges and how you overcome it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Let me share
Himanshu,
my
keep him on the
screen.
allow him to share the screen and keep it only one on the screen if you can. Yeah.
Am my screen visible?
Yes, it is. Go ahead.
Okay. So yes. So I think as a fresher, you have gone through the RAG implementation. Everyone, have you gone to the term RAG, retrieval augmentation generation? I think you have gone through that. So basically, RAG means retrieval augmented generation. Obviously, there are some general purpose models is there. As for means like AI means LLMs is there like GPT-4, Llama, Mistral, OpenSeek. These are the general purpose model. So they have some limitation knowledge, because so obviously they want to share it only with their clients, not in a general purpose. So retrieval augmentation generation leverages the power to add knowledge into the model as a retrieval text. So here you can see that find for R retrieve, it's the find useful information and augment added to the AI knowledge to improve the its core functionality to generate text regarding that specific knowledge and generate a better response. So in my current it's a in my current project means like it's a project which I am dealing with a American based client. So basically it's the core architecture of our model, in which it's like we have to basically do the document analysis of every means like audit forms. So there are some audit, here you can see that this type of documents, fair labor association independent authorities. So these are the affiliated audit reports, so that in which you have to process and during that based on the SEQF templates. So based on that, it's a social audit quality framework. So they are the parameters, means like the industry parameters, which they means like earlierly what the auditors they perform, they just use these PDF files, means SEQ template or the standard, to judge any other audit files like this, to find the relevance, means like what amount of standard they maintain in their audit report. So that was a bit means like in a manual process which involves some time. So what my client wants me to do, like to build a system in which the manual intervention reduces, so that in this app, which can process thousands of PDF file at a single instant. So as you can see, this is the user client part. So what user does, that's a backend API, which will show you the demonstration. So what it will do, the obviously the user will get registered into the system, and after that he will send the PDF file, means the report, audit report file in PDF format or Word format or any other Excel format. So for your understand, I just treated the PDF file. So what it does, it sends the PDF file. The backend app, what it does, it's a fast API application which I built back 2 years back. So it extract the information. After that, with the raw information, we pre-process the information by using the phase scalable search. It means like it transforms the token which has been generated from this raw text into nomic embed text into, and then after we just store it the vector database. So vector database, that's the vector database, is that you can see, that's the part which it stores the knowledge of the text or the PDF format. So after we done with the vector database, so there are some 44 template knowledge is there, means like we have some basic parameters like audit date, audit sequence, audit schedule method, audit standard type, and also audit standard governance type. This type of informations means like the parameters are there. Around 43 parameters are there in which we have to pass on our PDF files to get, means the result, obviously out of the result how much the current document follows the standards. So based on that we mark them, our system marks them. So based on that, we, when during the embedding process, obviously we chunk the entire document. That's a rag part. So obviously we can't basically do the entire, means like entire text into the vector database. We have to chunk it for, because there are some limitations in there, because as an LLM model we are using right now as Grok. So they are obviously their inferencing model is faster and also cheaper. So the client provided us. So that's what we're using. So when we do some templating, like what is the audit date of this document? Is the audit date is provided in this document? So we just in the system will obviously pass on a loop, and 43 prompts will send it to the Grok, and Grok will basically churn out the information based on the vector databases, and it will generate the text, and basically it will pass to the user as a JSON format based on the backend, because it's a backend. So obviously the backend will communicate with the front end in JSON format. So that's the whole scenario of this model. And here's it, you can see this here you can see the assessment date model is, assessment date is the date of the audit report. So obviously we have to basically work on mainly on the prompt engineering part. That's a smart prompting. Obviously, the reasoning power of any model, means right now the current model is not so good as well, because obviously it's a locally installed framework. Obviously, if we have to install, means like chat gpt in our local, obviously it's like 500 more, close to 500 billion parameters, I presume. So it's not feasible for the client. So he uses like in Grok, we use like Llama 3.2 8 billion parameter model. So in this LLM model, using this LLM model, we generate our responses. So this is our API background, means the API backend UI. So for that, so let me demonstrate you how we do that. Let me start the server. Okay. So that's the thing. So it is going under background processes. I have already processed that PDF file and it's been stored into our databases. So as you can see that there is some data is there, means like the country basic metadata information that has been collected from our data. As you can see that it's like Pakistan country. You can also check it. The country name is Pakistan. It's already been extracted from our documented, and obviously for several means like data points we use LLM as our standard. So organization, FLA, and also date is there, and based on that indicator data is there. What is the assessment date of this report? Obviously the LLM answer is like 8 July, and based on that we have some two parameter standards are there. Is this report is more than 12 months current to? So obviously the response, the formatted, the prompt response is like obviously the report is 12 months. Based on that there are some two scores which we have developed the grading system. One is if date is available in this report, obviously is available. So that's we marked as one score. And second scoring is if it is older than younger than means like less than 12 months, obviously it is older than 12 months. That's why we mark it as zero. Similarly, uh, these are the prompts that we have sent to our LLM models. So based on that, the LLM send us the responses, and also you can see that these are the LLM responses, and based on them we formatted the responses based on the outcomes. So these are the 42 responses which we getting at a means like in a sequential process. Obviously they don't provide the parallel processing. So right now these are the challenge is to get the performance optimized, means like to get the 43 prompt responses as fast as possible. So in this situation I have been facing issues on that, because obviously in a production level of timing we right now we are getting like 11 minutes to get process one document. So the client wants to reduce minimum to 5 minutes. So what we are working currently working means like to work on a minimized model like 1 billion parameter model, which we generate the response in a means like faster way. What the thing is that for LLM, what concerns like more the billion parameter means like more the size of the model, the less it that means like less time means like it less output token it produce during the session, means like the execution times get much higher. So when you try to focus on the during my past week I already tried with one model which is less parameter like llama 3.2 1 billion parameter model. So it is giving performance means like good performance close to 6 minutes of completion time. So we are now just optimizing the performance to below 5 minutes so that it will be means like user friendly to the client as well. So this part we are facing challenges, and also we are working on it and also trying to solve the minimize below 5 minutes. That's the issue in this current project. Apart from that, the prompt response are good, and it is also giving us good responses from and also feedback from the client. So they and that's the thing that we are focusing. And was, so here you can see that in SQA templates. So these are the industry standard indicators. Indicator one, you can see that audit site and workforce information. So this type of prompts which we have already prepared. So let me walk around into our code base. So here you can see that these are the prompts which we have developed during our development session. So what is the assessment date of this report? Whether the audit was a full initial audit or follow-up audit. So this type of prompts we have to modify it because we can't directly use the prompts directly from the SQL, because our LLM model can't understand that type of means, like obviously they don't have some reasoning availability. Right now, any models, they don't possess that power up to that model. So basically, we have to make things simpler to the client, means like the LLM as well. More simpler the prompt, more understandable the clear response we are getting. So that's the thing we are focusing on. This is the that's a hybrid background JSON create, in which we do the processes for along with these prompts. And after that, if obviously we have to go through some templates, because obviously there is some hallucination problem is there. LLM, they always process hallucination, so we have to counter that. We have to do some preventive coding on that also, and based on that we have to return the message and LLM answer. And SRF, in the smart response formatting, we format the responses. Let me take you on to that. It's like it's it's a indexing format type of responses. As you can see, here is the main engine for our formatting responses. Obviously, the we have to list some countries as well, because obviously to save the time, some regex calculation. Obviously, we don't obviously the information that are easily be collected from a PDF just by using regex. Why should we use LLM for that? So, which informations are easily find by ourselves by using small models? That part we have to focus on, and also it can impact the performances as well. Obviously, for country detection, if I send this prompt to the LLM, obviously it will take time, near about 15 to at least 10 to 5 to 10 seconds. But here, what I can do, simply just add it into the regex module, and within a millisecond it can generate the response for date as well, for country as well, and also for the number of workers. So this type of information we have to focus on, that what type of information we have to send to the LLM to get processed, which are means like which type of prompts we need some help from the LLM, and which type of information we can do on our own, that we have to do. So it's like a mixture of like a regex filtration, regex extraction, and also LLM extraction. So that's the thing. And also extract date module, which I have to prepare, because obviously if I have to send the model, they will not send me that every time same type of response as well. Passing the date, extract date function is there. For every prompt, there is separate functions is there. So, and that's like a right now we are also trying to migrate this model, modify this model in an agentic model, means like using MCP servers. So that's the advanced topic, model context protocol. So that's a new trend which we can add into our LLM models and do automate the task. So it's needs some resource, also resource centric task is there. So right now, what I have developed, it's like a miniaturized model, miniaturized task, and also it also uses less resources. So that's the thing I have gone through, and we are currently working on the optimization part as well. And I have a meeting with this client in the next week regarding the optimization. So that's the current project that I'm working, and these are the challenges. Means like challenges is not on the code. In a production environment, only the performance is the challenge. How to optimize our code and how to reduce the time execution.
Wonderful. That's nice, Sanjoy, to know about all the current projects you are going through, and then certainly your approach recommended will guide them to achieve the objectives over there. Now, one more thing, as a data scientist, like, can you recommend some of the things like obviously data collections techniques, data cleaning techniques, filtering techniques, and then are you using certain tools and the frameworks for the data training and all?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So for data processing means like obviously there are some tools like pandas are there for data pre-processing, and also to speed up the pandas. Obviously there are some pandas AI new model has come to generate means also tickle with the data. And NumPy, obviously you have to understand the whole NumPy module because it's written in C, and it's help you to reduce the time execution time. And apart from number, when you do means in if as you are fresher, but in the future obviously I have worked with big data as well. So I have worked in as a machine learning model engineer, and also as a data engineer as well. So when you tackle with big data, means process data, there are some tools like Databricks as there. Databricks is means like obviously I work with Shushin sir on that also, with a Switzerland-based client also. So Databricks is a ecosystem is there where you can do data processing. And if you want to do processing like in a local system, you can do like Numba is there, Numba module. It's a JIT compiler. So that's the tools as far I can remember. And also to pandas is there, matplotlib is there, cns cbon cn is there. So plotly is there to get insight from our data. And basically based on the output, the thing is that always remember that, keep in mind that the new data should be focused on the output of your model. What type of output you want to get, based on that you prepare your data. Because obviously there are some certain things, obviously the null values, repetitive values, duplicate values. Obviously duplicate values is essential for time series forecasting values. Obviously I have worked with finance models as well in a forex prediction model. In that session, that duplicacy values should be, we have to take into consideration. But in a classification type of problem, we don't need duplication type of values. We can reduce it because it will obviously overfit the model. So in this way we can chunk out and also clear out the required information. We can extract it and pre-process the data. And there are some other paid tools as well, like data visualization tool like Power BI, Tableau is there. So these are the means like business analyst tools. So you can also use it to get the insight from your data. And also some statistical calculations you have to do, means like obviously in a classification model, what do I have faced like Pearson correlation, the correlation between two independent inputs. If two independent means like output input is highly dependent, means the level means like the target value is highly dependent on the input value. Obviously the model will always overfit. That's the issue that I have faced during my football prediction model. During our early development, I faced like it's always stating the performance like 100%. Obviously it's not possible. 100% is not possible in any model. It can achieve 99, but you can't achieve 100%. But obviously some certain points like image detection, there is this other thing. But for any uncertain games, obviously football is uncertain game, cricket is uncertain game, so you can't predict the 100%. So we have to reduce the correlative metrics, Pearson, by using Pearson correlation. There are some other means like other methods are there in the statistical model. You can use scikit-learn, sklearn in a model, the traditional models. Obviously try to learn from the traditional approach, and then you can go to the deep learning models like PyTorch, TensorFlow, based on the neural network. And obviously later on you can go to the RL as well, reinforcement learning, because it's a hype and it is the future. Obviously in the LLM they are also using transformer model based on RL. So you have to understand the all concepts of it before going to the interview. But as a fresher, you can build your own projects try to get the Kaggle repository, Kaggle competitions, and also Kaggle data set, and also you can move to the GitHub portal as well, GitHub repo. Obviously, we will get some other resources, means like latest trends, and lead code is there. You can code in practice, try to be fast as coding for lead code. That's the thing, and also Hugging Face is there.
Perfect, Sanjoy. Like this elaboration, and certainly it will help aspirants in the better way. Now, one more thing. What do you think right now in the vehicles, automation of vehicle systems? Okay, we are reaching about auto-driven cars like a Tesla and all. But what do you think? We reach to the electronic vehicles now with a boom actually, and now like latest things are there. We got a GPS and everything is available. What do you think in the two wheelers, at least in India, after 5 years or few years? What kind of enhancements you are expecting vehicle in the electronic vehicles, Sanjoy?
Okay, yeah. To be on that part, it's like self-driving car. You are precisely mentioning in that. So, in a self-driving car, there are some 5 levels are there. So, until I think level 5 have not been achieved by any currently in the world. Level 4, Tesla is trying to level 4.
Yeah.
Level 3 is there. So, the thing is that in a two-wheeler vehicle, obviously the balancing part is the
Main.
crucial part. Obviously, there is some other means like it is a dependence of hardware level, means like centrifugal force, gravity calibration is there.
Right.
So I think that Honda has already working on that.
Mhm.
So in a video, I have already they are defying the laws of gravity, means by installing a centrifugal attachment on that. So based on that, in our current Indian scenario, I think that more like a front camera and back camera integration with means like land detection and also traveling assistance, like what the ADAS is providing.
Right.
ADAS is providing also the driving module, means the steering control they also providing. But in a vehicle, means like in a bike, obviously that can be achieved, but it has to the two vehicle have to achieve like a certain critical speed, like for example like 50 to 60. Obviously in that speed the bike get a natural, means like natural balancing as well. Obviously if you wobble the steering, it will also try to tense in a balancing manner. In that speed you can we can also integrate the ADAS type of module means architecture in two-wheeler vehicles. And obviously in a four-wheel vehicle, obviously the technology is already there and they are constantly trying to optimize it. And the thing is that there is obviously high chances, obviously new approaches and also new scope is there, as Indian terrains are very much different from American terrains. So the LiDAR sensors, they basically focus on the LiDAR sensors and ADAS braking, means obviously they Indian currently in a Indian approach. I think that they try to imitate achieve level 2 stage of self-driving car.
Yeah. At least
Right
what
now,
at least what I'm
yeah.
expecting from the keeping Indian vehicles in perspective, at least traffic analyzer means like basically recommending the routes on the
Yes.
basis of the traffic. That can be that is mandatory, because like to
Yes,
get
yes.
rid of the traffic, because right now the main issue is the traffic. Okay, so probably analyzing the traffic and recommending the route planner can be
Route planner.
yeah. And the next is
Route.
for the safety reasons, if a driver is not haven't wear the helmets, then it should not allow, vehicle should not be started. And on the basis of the area, the speed of the vehicle can be controlled. Okay, that kind of stuff, because like racing happened in the like, mid of the road in the cities, and like it has to be so in the national highway it's okay, but like in the cities the speed limit has to be controlled. route planner has to be there, GPS and all the stuff is already available over there. But at the same time, if there is an accident, then the alerts should be there. It should show the nearby hospitals, or the message should be transferred to the parents, or like the numbers code and all the stuff. This kind of probably, for the safety reasons, route planner results can be quickly implemented. Drowsiness detections, if anything, if somebody is under the influence of a sort of uh, liquor and something, so it should not allow the vehicle. That's sort of this kind of stuffs you can easily implement, I believe, in the enhancements of the vehicles over there. So, hope you got
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, most of the means like for your proper understanding,
Yeah.
in a self-driving space, most of the infrastructure that have been built, like it's a closed source mode. And what you are currently showing, it's like a coma AI. I think obviously the freshers have, those who are interested in self-driving cars, they have all familiar with that coma AI. So that's an engineer who first jailbreak iPhone.
Mhm.
You have not, if you are familiar, the founder have first in the world have cracked the iPhone 6, which was uncrackable. So he first demonstrated, and within 6 months he developed this type of custom-made chip, means like a platform in which you can make any other electronical controlled car into a self-driving car. So, and he also open sourced his code also.
Oh, that's great.
Those who are interested, you can also visit his channel Poma AI, and also he have some vast level of knowledge. Obviously, I always try to focus, means in my free time I always watch him. He have 24 hours of, means like open stream just for coding,
Oh
and based
God.
on the Poma AI.
Mhm. Perfect.
So obviously, the freshers who are interested, you can also visit him and also showcase. Means like view his repository and can watch his podcast as well.
Perfect. Sanjoy, I don't want to take much time at this the weekend, so you have
Yeah.
to enjoy your time with your family, and yeah, for the personal reasons, and then so that like you can accumulate back energy to work in the weekdays. So thank you very much, Sanjoy. It was a wonderful
Yeah.
explorations about the data science topics, and then the excited journey of yours from the freshers to the data scientist. So certainly this podcast or this live stream will help aspirants and the freshers to guide them how they can establish their career. And I'm wishing this kind of streams will be there continuously. Okay, and you, whenever you will be available, probably you come up with the new ideas, new projects, right? So that like this will
Yeah, obviously.
certainly guide to the freshers over there. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. Have a nice weekend and enjoy your life. Thank you and best luck.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, thanks guys. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.